Well, good afternoon, folks. Welcome to my channel, Big O Fishing. I first want to give thanks to God through my Lord Jesus Christ for all things, including our common salvation, which we have through Christ. So it's this new kayak of mine, the Kaku Zulu, made in Florida. Kevin Hawkins is the owner, really a good guy to talk to if you ever have questions about it. He'll even answer the phone, and if you have any questions or concerns, he'll talk to you on the phone. Really good guy. So I made a comment that I was going to make a post on how I rigged up my kayak. I fish saltwater, predominantly down in South Texas by Corpus Christi to Rockport. Water's 2.5, 3 feet most of the time. I'm getting into some deeper water occasionally. But yeah, so without further ado, let me get you started on my kayak. I'll swing you forward and I'll just put you on my cap. And I'll try to face the kayak. So we'll start up here at front. Obviously there's your drain plug and a handle up here. And as you can see, I like to carry a pull rope. Ropes are easier to pull your kayak than reaching down, putting more strain on your back. While you're pulling all your weight forward, you can slide it easier. First thing to do is this hatch. This hatch. So this hatch opens up, and I carry first aid kit. I carry an extra prop. I carry an extra triangle for my motor, and I carry this number 16 ounce metric tool to take off the prop and change out props if I ever have to. Carry them up here at front in this handy box. And then I installed this weather stripping here, and I installed it here as well. So when the door closes, the rubber stripping pushes against each other and keeps the water out permanently. Got my registration. Next thing I have here is the foot control steering. So these are installed right on the aluminum tracks, as you can see, and each track, these screws are held down by brass inserts on all of them. And so you just tighten them up, and they tighten up against this track. And I've got this spectral line, and the spectral line runs through the bottom of the kayak, and it runs all the way to this tube. I don't know if you can see that tube right there. So I drilled a little bitty hole, and I ran that tube in here, ran it under here, and then you can see the remnants of that tube right here. And then on the other side, it's right there. The tube comes out to right here, where they've made a special place for the tube to run out of. So Kevin, the owner, thought of putting something here so you can add foot control steering, and then you have the spectral line hooked to the motor. And this is called our triangle. This is an aftermarket made by Innovative Sportsman. They have these which are more stronger than the original ones. The original ones are plastic, but this is aluminum anodized. And of course, since we're here, talk about my 1103. So this is the weedless prop, and of course this is the rock guard, protects the prop against rocks, and of course the bracket. And I decided to put these pulleys. There's a pulley here, which takes the weight of this 20-pound motor, and that the cord runs through here, runs here, and then runs to a pull handle, and I grab that handle and I pull, and I lock in place. Obviously, I know if I could put a bolt here, I could probably raise it up higher, which I may do in the future. And then I grab the cord when I'm ready to allow it to go down, pull it up, and allow it to gently go down, raise up, lock it in place, lower down, lowers in place, And of course the cable to the battery, it's hooked up right here under the seat. I'll slide the battery out. It's hooked up here, and this line is hooked up to my throttle. This goes all the way up to there. I try to put these zip ties here to try to keep it upright, because right in here is a little high stress point for these motors, the cables. So I try to keep that cable from bending by keeping it upright all the time. And yep, that's Spectra line's really strong line for salt water, because you got to be careful with some other types of metal with salt. This micro anchor power pole, and the way the owner made these kayaks, he made brackets, accessories. There's 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's say I wanted to put another power pole here, or put a power pole here and a power pole there. I could put it down straight without anything moving. You have 2 handles, and again, you can open up this and store more things in here. There's your 2 cables with the cord, that's that tube that runs in there. Then I've got my 360 light hooked up here, and then I have my rod holders hooked up to the aluminum track. And then I just bought this. It's made by Tackle Web, and they come with bungee cords. So inside it I have various tools. I carry an extra magnet, kill switch, WD-40, some Allen wrenches, screwdrivers, anything to adjust my motor, things that I'm going to need on the water, but I don't need to get to them right away. So I keep them back here, and it's Velcroed in. And of course, the star of the show is the Larry chair. Really, really great platform, very comfortable to sit on. Yeah, I've actually sat here and put my feet here, or actually stood here. And of course, I have a friend of mine named Orlando Pena from Rip and Lip Lures. He designed these. It's kind of unique. It keeps this from tearing. So I think they came off of bed rails, he said, but they really work great. And everybody's like, well, those shouldn't hurt it. Yeah, but this is just me being proactive. So yeah, just zip tie them on, and now when I slide the seat forward or back, it won't tear into the mat. And then these are called Kaku pouches. They're great to put your extra tackle boxes. I bought a cup holder, and this is the throttle for the 1103. There's your kill switch, magnetic kill switch. Without that, it won't operate. So I push it forward, and then I come back here and you'll see the prop spinning. And then I come back up here and put the throttle in the neutral position, and you can see it stops. You can even go reverse. That's reverse, and it's going backwards. Helps you to reverse a little bit. And these are Landers fish grips. Very nice, very easy to operate. They even have a weight scale right there. You can grab it and tell how much your fish weighs by the scale. And Landers pliers, great to take out hooks. There's my stealth rod holder, stealth mode. It's always real handy. It's mounted right there on the tracks. My cup holder, and this rope I was telling you about. So for those interested in this kayak, if you ever decide to add a pedal drive, which you can, and they sell it separately, or you buy the kayak by itself and you can buy the pedal drive and the rudder later. The pedal drive installs about right here, and all these brass inserts here are to install that pedal drive. They've come up with a unique system to lower the pedal drive in this hole, but since I'm not using a pedal drive, they've covered up this with this starboard material. And then there's a let me get you underneath the bottom so you can see what it looks like. They call it a pod cover. Let me see if I can get under there and show you what I'm referring to. I don't know if anybody can see that pod cover down there, but that's the pod cover I was referring to earlier. That's just another way to keep that water out of that hole, so it creates less drag when you're using a motor in the back. Because if that pod cover wasn't there, water would collect in that cubby and then just go in circles and create drag. Other than that, let me see if I've covered everything. So I bought this jet ski cart, which I'm okay with, but I'm gonna do some customizing to it. So I'm gonna get 2x4s. As you can see, the bunks aren't long enough for this kayak. I want them longer to support it, so I'm gonna go get 8-foot 2x4s and then connect them here, put some carpet around, and then I'm gonna buy some bigger caster wheels. Those are 4-inch. I'd like to get some 6-inch wheels to get it up a little higher. And then the paddle holders, I slap them in here, they lock down. I have one here, and then of course my kayak cushion. Might as well use it if I have it. It's always nice to have. So yeah, that's my Kaku Zulu. The more I use it, the more I'm impressed with it. It runs shallow. And let me show you the front, what I decided to do to keep the bow from getting damaged. Paragard makes a material that has one side sticks to the bottom of your kayak. Let me show you what it looks like. Probably see it, it's in black, and that protects the bow from scratches, scrapes, especially when you're coming up upon maybe some rocks or gravel, loading and unloading. And then yeah, if anybody has any questions or comments or something that they may want to inquire about, you can ask, and I can try to send you to these websites that carry these models. For instance, these are ram mounts. Of course, they just help keep my rod straight up. But of course, this is the one I use more than anything else, is the stealth mode rod holder. It's got this, we call it a cam lock. So once the rod fits in here, it locks that rod in place. And there's no play in it. I mean, it's on there good. I mean, the whole kayak is shaking. As opposed to the Yak Attack, it has a lot of play in it. But, you know, this is just maybe for to put maybe my net, and my 3 rods are over there. And again, my 360 lights there. Power pole 1103. And this unique paddle is made by Kaku. It's a carbon fiber paddle. Very nice. It's got the carbon fiber handle. So yeah, and it's adjustable. You grab it and you can grab this and you unlock it here, and it comes apart. Then when you push it down, it locks in place and it fits right here. And I've learned to lock it in place. No, it's not going nowhere. And then this chair, these adjust, so you loosen this one on each side and you grab this chair and you can slide it up, or you can slide it back on these tracks right here. So your chair is, you can slide it up or back depending on, you know, how you want. So what I enjoy about this kayak is you'll have fun personally rigging it up to how you fish. You know, whether it be freshwater, saltwater, rivers, streams, ponds, lakes, saltwater. And that's the fun part, is rigging it up your special way. There's so many options available out there. And so me, for saltwater use, I try to rig it up to fish the flats and marshes. So again, anybody have any questions, just comment down below. And thank you for watching. I appreciate it. This is Big O, as always, giving God the glory and giving him the praise for all things through Jesus Christ, my Lord. Signing out. All right, people. Have a good day. This is Big O. Laters.